Hello friends, welcome back to another round of my sports picks. You'll know I have 5 more games for you. This time we'll cover all baseball games. So before I begin with this new round, I want to invite you all to like, share and subscribe. And we'll also review how I did in the last one. Okay, so the last round I gave you 5 NBA games, all of them basketball games, and the first one was the Hawks against the Knicks. I told you the Knicks will win. That's exactly what we got. It was a kind of an easy win. The next game was a kind of a surprise. I'm not really familiar with NBA, but I was seeing the Pistons very strong, and the Grizzlies were not that good. So we got that an upset, I guess. The Grizzlies won the game. Next game was the 76ers, 76ers, yeah. The 76ers against the Timberwolves. And I told you that the Timberwolves will win the game. The next game was Miami Heat against the Bucks. Another surprise, this was decided in overtime, but we got the Bucks actually winning, beating Miami Heat. And the last game that we had was Clippers against Mavericks, and I told you Clippers will win the game, and that's exactly what we got. So basically 3 out of 5, a decent round on the winning side. Now let's take a look at the next round. So like I told you, these are all baseball games. So the first game that we have is the Twins against the Tigers. And let's just take a look at the stats. My pick is that the Tigers will win the game. So let's check out and see. So in the last 5 games, the Twins have 4 losses, 1 win, whereas the Tigers have 4 wins and 1 loss. So it looks better for the Tigers. They are the favorites, I believe. So it's going to be kind of an easy pick, I believe. I'm not really familiar either with baseball, so I really don't know. I don't even know the rules of the game. I just know that my predictions are always extremely accurate, not only in sports, but also in finance and basically all other stuff. So the next game that we have is the Cardinals against the Phillies, and I believe the Phillies can win the game. Let's take a look at the stats. So they show that kind of equal, basically the equal performance in the last 5 games. 3 losses and 2 wins for each team. And the favorite right here is also the Phillies for some reason. So they must be a strong team right there. But I believe they can also win. Not only because they're their favorite, because my picks are basically disregard all of that favorite stuff. I know many tipsters only go after the favorites. I never go after them. I only go to what my predictions tell me. So the Phillies can win this game. The next game is the Yankees against the Giants, and I believe the Giants have everything to win that game. Let's take a look. So they have the Yankees have 4 losses, 1 win, whereas the Giants have 3 wins and 2 losses. The favorite right here is the Yankees. So this is what I was talking about. I never go always with the favorite. I only go with them whenever it's the prediction that's telling me. I never trust these bets, these odds. So I'm going to go with San Francisco winning the game. They have a much better performance in the last 5 games. And that's exactly what my pick is telling me is going to win the game. The next game that we have is Athletics against the Mets. I believe the Mets can win the game. Let's take a look. So if we're looking at these stats, you'll see that the Mets have a much better performance in the last 5 games. They have 4 wins, 1 loss. And the Athletics have 3 losses and 2 wins. So much better odds for the Mets. They are also the favorites, so we'll see. So I'm very confident on all of these picks, and this one is no exception. The final game that we have is Orioles against the Blue Jays. And I believe the Blue Jays can win the game, even though they're from Canada, I believe. So taking a look at the information, we'll see that the Blue Jays have 3 wins, 2 losses, and Baltimore has 3 losses and 2 wins. So slightly better for Toronto, but as you can see, they are not the favorites right there. You can see it's Orioles who actually has the lead in that sense. So I'm going against the tide, against the flow right there. Another game where I go and I'm betting on the underdog for some reason. So yeah, I'm going for Toronto. I think they can win the game. And that's basically it, guys. That's basically all the games that I have for you in this round. Just like I always do, I'll bring you more games in the next weekend, and I'll also update these results. Okay? So having said that, I wish you a good day. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.